One of these formerly evicted house guests will be returning to the game.
Fuck, when the returning house guests came in, Christian immediately looked at me and he was like, "Fuck you, Nathan." And I was like, "Bring it on, Christian. Way to finally get some oomph in your step."
You need to break up Carlo, Cherie, and Dustin. You're on the other one.
Do we want to take it there, though? I mean,
yeah, sure.
There were just comments made that made it seem like the three black people need to be put up against each other, and one of us needed to be gone. I mean, it made me feel bad because it sucks that it has to have something to do with skin color. It would just be nice to be seen as just a person, regardless of what the color of my skin is, which I can't help.
Guys, can we talk?
Yeah, we can talk, right? You can always talk. Anyone have any questions?
So Nathan's got like a 2-man alliance with almost all of you, actually.
And then the people came in and they said that, I think Christian said to be aware of Nathan because he has a final 2 deal with everyone in the house. So I don't know what to think about Nathan.
Can
I have some assurance from people I'm not going to get voted out if Ben goes back on his word? Benny, you won't put me on the block, back door, or anything.
Deal. 100%. I promise.
Deal.
And I think Cherie and Carlo heard something that I didn't. I mean, it is what it is. Words only have power when you give them power. Yeah, when you give them power. What you say on the outside of this house right now, because you are still on the outside, it's not gonna affect me. Yeah. And how I play this game. Like, I'm here to win. You can call me names, but at the end, hopefully, you're calling me winner.
That I had to vote against Dustin in order to try to keep Ben from being evicted. Ben got evicted, and I had to tell Dustin, and he was like, "I already know. I know it was you and Susan." And so now, if Dustin doesn't get voted out, which is what I'm hoping is going to happen, I feel like Dustin's going to come for me. Really, like immediately, me and Susan. If you
Ben won, my best friend. So I'm like really super excited about that. I know that I have, I always voted to keep him in the house over the other person. I've honestly, you know, had his back 100% of the time. We have more so like a final 3. It's me, him, and Matt. Because I know that him and Matt were like secret little, they had the secret partners or whatever thing going on. So I know that they've had a thing going on since like day 1 and everything. But that's also what makes me a little bit nervous, because I feel like if it gets down between us 3, I feel like I would be going home and it would be between them 2. But that's later on down the road where we get there. I just don't know between me and Matt, basically. I don't know who he would go more for.
Ride or die in this game. Would it still be Carlo?
I would say pretty much it would be Carlo. He's the only person that I feel like I can trust 100%. And, you know, I know it's going to come down to possibly like that he may have to betray me at some point. You know, it is a game. You know, I would never hold that against him.
I think Carlo, I'm already seen as a challenge threat. I need to stick with the other challenge threats at this point. Josh, he's kind of a wild card, but we kind of have we're both big targets right now, and I'd like to try to pull him in. I've been close to Cherie and Carlo, but I haven't gotten to talk to them, so I'm kind of distancing myself from them a little bit, because I feel like that's a sinking ship right now. I'd like to keep Cherie around as long as possible, though. If we have to lose Carlo, that's fine, because I don't trust him that much anyway. But hey, if we have to lose Cherie too, she can get out of here, but I'd like to keep her. We've had a good working relationship so far, but you know, my little breeze that started yesterday turned into a freaking tornado that almost went up in smoke, and now I'm going back, relaxing, trying to build up another storm to bring out this afternoon.
No, I'm going up, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going up there. I'm home, but whatever.
You are going with...
Probably, I think he's gonna do me and Carlo, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, isn't that what he said?
And then he's gonna backdoor Dustin. I thought and put all three of the people up there.
I didn't think it was going to be bad.
Like, if one of you guys win, he's just gonna put...
Josh was telling me.
Yeah, so
Josh was telling me he thought he was going to go up.
I heard that.
Why would Josh think he was going up? Like, I barely have lucky to talk to Ben, so I don't even. I talked to Ben twice.
It's possible that Ben takes that to heart and is going to put myself, Carlo, and Dustin up against each other. I'm not really sure how that's going to work out for us. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't a little nervous about how that's going to go.
Guys, well, you're a good player. Like you are.
You've been very clever.
You have.
Everything you do, I can tell, is very thought-provoking.
Well, I mean, and I've tried to be straight up. You know, like I don't try to make any promises that I can't keep. So I don't know. Like I said, if I go up, I go up. I haven't been up yet, so. Power. It doesn't mean anything. No.
Power of Vino. You never know.
My number one right now is Ree.
Okay.
And then I would say like Carlo. I'm also trying to work with Josh. Think we've come to an understanding, so we'll see how that plays out. It really, I guess, just depends on who Ben has, who he decides to put up for eviction.
Oh yeah.
This is the nomination ceremony. As head of household, it's my duty to nominate 2 people for eviction. I will begin by pulling the first key, and that person is safe. That person will pull the key, next key, and so on and so forth. Before I begin, I just want to say that not many people get the privilege of coming back into this game and having the opportunity to right their wrongs. And I recognize that this is a privilege. This isn't something I deserve. This is something that I get to do. And I'm going to cherish every minute that I'm in this house. And I'm very happy to do that, but there is business that needs to be taken care of. With that said, I'm going to pull the first key. 3, you are safe.
I won't say a fake name again. It's too real. Susan.
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Thank you, Dan. Wait, no, he's listening.
I had nominated. I had nominated you, Sheree, and you, Carlo, for eviction. I honestly never thought that I would do this in this game, but this is what I've done. This is what I have to do at this moment, and so it is. And that nomination ceremony is you.
At the beginning of the game, house guests were put into secret pairs. They were told that if they made it to the jury portion of the game with their secret partner, they would receive a special secret power. Now we will reveal those powers to each of the partners that made it to the jury.
and you can choose one number between 1 through 6 that will be solely your special power.
I'm going to say let's go with 4.
Okay. So 4 is called X-ray.
Okay.
So X-ray is where if you normally in Big Brother, anonymity is key.
Yeah.
So that's why we do DR sessions like this, and that's why we vote in private as well.
Right.
So that's never revealed to anyone in the house. You're going to have the ability to change that one time over the next 3 rounds.
Okay.
So if there's somebody that you think is on the fence, and you'd like the whole house to know how they're going to vote, before voting begins, you will stand up and say you'd like to use your X-ray power, and name the house guest who you'd like to cast their vote out loud in front of everyone. Okay, Ree. So 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6 are your options.
So I don't get to hear what they are?
Nope, and no one will get to hear what yours are either. So you don't have to worry about that.
1.
1, okay. So 1 is an extra vote, and you can use that anytime over the next 3 rounds. When you cast your vote to evict in the diary room, you'll just say, I'd like to use my extra vote on, and use that person's name. So you can use that anytime over the next 3 rounds. You can choose to share this with your other house guest if you would like, or you can keep it completely to yourself. It's up to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you're all set.
Hello, Dustin.
Hi.
As you know, you've made it to the jury with your partner. So now we will present to you a few options, a few numbers, each corresponding with a certain prize. Your numbers to choose from are 2, 3, 5, or 6.
5.
All right.
Okay, so 5 is veto played revealed after the veto ceremony. You can remove somebody from playing veto, and you can play.
So after the veto ceremony, if you aren't picked and you want to play that one, you can stand, say, I play my veto card, something like that. We don't have a physical thing.
Even if they're a nominee or anything. You can choose from numbers 2, 3, or 6 to receive your special power.
I would like number 2.
Number 2. Number 2, let's see, is actually, we will, for the next round, you'll have super safety. So it's super safety. It was meant to be for this round, but you're already HOH.
Yeah.
So you are good to go for 2 rounds then.
Thank you. Gloves are off. I'm blowing up everybody's game.
Hello, Matt.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm okay.
So, as you know, you've made it to the jury portion of the game with your secret partner, Ben. Now, we will give you the option of 2 choices and prizes.
Okay.
They'll simply be numbers. 3 or 6.
6.
6.
Okay. 6 is a double vote block.
Hello, Nathan. Hello. As you know, at the beginning of the game, we told you that if you made it to the jury portion of the game with your secret partner, you would receive a special power. Are you ready to find out what that power is?
I can't wait.
It is called Roadkill.
Oh.
During one of the next 3 rounds, you can nominate a 3rd house guest for eviction, anonymous.
So on the table, there'll all be items on display. You'll see the larger group and the smaller group. This is called estimation. In front of you, there's 7 groups of items, as I said. And then this game will work in rounds. Each round, I'll ask you to estimate how many items are in the larger group. After you guess, everyone will reveal their answers, so you can see one another's answers and take a look. After seeing all of the guesses, each player will then write stay if they feel like they're confident in their answer, or fold if they believe their answer is not great. After all players have been revealed, the players who fold will advance to the next round, but receive no points. Players who stay will be told the actual amount of items on display. The player who stays and is closest to the actual number will win that round and receive a point. If multiple people stay, the person who is furthest from the answer will be eliminated from the competition. Play will continue until one player reaches 3 points, or someone is the last person standing. Does everyone understand the rules? It's more complicated than the original, but I like it. So, okay, so this is 1 feet of rope. How many feet of rope do you think are in this larger group?
Please keep your eyes on your board.
Yeah, please keep your eyes on your boards. Hold your boards tightly once you have your answers. So Nathan, how many feet of rope do you think are in?
I think there is 310 feet of rope.
Carlo, how many feet of rope do you think? Oh, 5. 5. Josh, how many feet of rope do you think?
70.
70. Cherie?
50?
50.
No, I don't think
Okay.
92.
Ben says 92.
101.
Okay. Okay, so did you write stay or fold ahead of time or something?
No, I wrote other estimates. Is that okay? Just for myself to know?
Oh, for like,
fine.
yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Okay, so write stay or fold. And you reveal your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2. Actually, did they reveal at the same time, or did I just go through like I did? Okay, so what did you choose to do, Nathan?
I chose to fold.
Fold, okay. And Carlo, what did you choose to do? Fold? Fold. 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 Fold.
I chose to fold.
I chose to stay.
I will reveal how many feet are in the feet of rope, but you automatically receive 1 point because you were the only person who stayed in that round.
I had a boring math.
Way to do it there. So the correct amount of feet of rope that are in that group is 188 feet of rope.
Okay.
So who would have been closest if they stayed? So before you see 5 marbles. This is 5 marbles. How many marbles do you think are in this little glass jar thingy?
I'm losing mine. I said 72 marbles.
72 marbles.
I said 68 marbles.
68 marbles.
I said 56 marbles.
Josh said 56 marbles.
I said 100.
I said 56.
I said 88.
So now that you've seen everyone's answers, you can decide to stay or to fold. And I'll ask for your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I said no.
Alright, Carla? I'm staying.
I'm staying.
I'm staying.
I'm staying.
Oh.
Okay. So everyone's staying. I like that you changed your strategy a bit. The person closest is Cherie because she corrected it.
We're out. Yeah. Bye. Yeah, we got the same.
Okay, and then, yeah, so you both furthest away?
Josh, well, we both had the same answer.
Were you the furthest away, though?
Yeah,
Okay,
56.
okay, perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So before you see 1 ticket. How many tickets do you think are in this entire group? And you can touch it if you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't tell you guys that earlier. If you want to pick it up and make sure, like, there's not, like... tickets do you think?
There's 220 tickets.
220 tickets. How many tickets do you think there are, Carlo?
305.
305 tickets. And how many do you think there are?
550.
550?
259.
259. And would, so at this point, you can write if you'd like to stay or to fold. And I'll ask for your answers in 5, 4, 3, one at a time, of course. So,
I chose to stay.
Chose to stay. Carlo also chose to stay.
Stay.
Cherie took a risk to stay since she was part of it off of the other people. Let's see if that risk was worth the reward.
Commentary there.
The correct amount of tickets were 1,400 tickets.
Oh my gosh!
There are 11 jelly beans there. How many jelly beans do you think are in the larger group?
Can we get closer? Is that fine?
You can lift it up if you want. You can look under it to make sure I didn't put stuff in it. Whatever you want to do.
Some of those M&Ms.
How many jelly beans do you think? So,
1,500.
1,500.
My lucky number 238.
238. So this time you can write if you'd like to stay or fold. Has everyone written down their answers? Carlo, what did you choose to do? And what was your answer?
112.
So you write that down. And then
Stay.
stay. Ooh. Somebody's gonna be.
Alright. There are 666 jelly beans.
Wow.
So, that means.
Wait, what?
I got it right. 238.
No, but she's furthest away. Yeah, so Cherie's eliminated.
How many are in there?
666. I know that's evil.
How do you do?
In that smaller group, there are 7 rubber bands. How many rubber bands do you think are in the larger group? Carlos, that's 450.
329.
So, at this time you can choose to stay or to fold.
I said stay.
Ooh, so one of you will...
The amount of rubber bands is 1,107. So congratulations, Carlo. On the power veto.
What I'm saying is, I would like for Cherie to go for him. Okay. Cherie, Josh. Like, he will always choose her over you or me or anybody else. She will always choose him over you or me or anybody else. Hey, guess what? Well, do you think he's going to use it to save himself or use it to save her? He said he's going to use it to save himself. It's another question. I'm not putting you up, okay? Well, I mean, I respect it.
I want to trust Ben. It's one of the things that we've been trying to work on this game, being able to have each other's backs to see how far we can go. When he was talking with Nathan during that last challenge, he said that his targets were Carlo and Cherie, and I'm just wondering whether or not I'll be one of those backdoor options. Ben is all about the theatrics. That's one thing that I've noticed, and that's also one of the reasons why it's always taken me so long to get used to working with Ben.
I was put on the block next to Cherie because everyone says that we're both public enemy number one, because, you know, when two black folks get together, they got to be up to something. They're going to take out the whole house. We're on the block together. We both competed for veto, and I won the veto. So now Ben has to replace his nominations with someone else. My first season of Big Brother Victory House was season 6, and I was in a situation where I was put on the block next to a friend, and I won the veto, and very foolishly I gave it to the person I was sitting next to, and I went home. And that happened in the real Big Brother too, I believe, with Marcellus. I don't feel totally safe, so I'm going to have to use it on myself, as much as I love Cherie and want her to stay here.
This is the veto ceremony. Then his household has nominated Cherie and myself for eviction. I have the power to veto that nomination. So now we give Cherie a chance to tell them why I should use these.
I honestly couldn't tell you to do that. You're... I couldn't tell you to do that. I want you to you and I, so much. And, you know, I really want to, you're an awesome competitor. You're great at this game. You brought me in. I've enjoyed meeting everyone. I've enjoyed being on the game. But it wouldn't be right for me to ask you to do that.
We're going to pause for a commercial break. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As a former host of this game, and someone who's played before, there's nothing that I enjoy more than seeing new people come in. Bringing in something new, enjoy the game so much, and it's so fucking bad. It makes me so happy. And it makes me think that this will go on to season 15 and 16 and 17. My first season of Big Brother, I was on the block and I won the veto and I used it on the other person because I didn't really know. A little older, more now, wiser now. So I'm going to power veto myself. Then now veto the nomination. We have to name a replacement nominee while it's not nominated. Josh, please. Well, it's veto ceremony.
I didn't want to put up Dustin because I haven't put him up before, and I have secured the votes for Cherie to go. And I mean, let's be honest. Worst case scenario, Carla's insurance policy would leave if Josh left. Like either way, a big threat's gonna leave. Like no matter what happens. But I do want Josh to stay. We have smoothed things over as much as you can with Josh Hudson, knowing that he will at some point betray me again anyways. But for the time being, I have a final 3 alliance now with Matt and with Susan. They have had my back this entire game, and they are the people that I need to be loyal to. Point blank in the period.
Everyone knows that Cherie is my ride or die. She's going home is the consensus I'm getting anyway, so I don't want her to go home to a unanimous vote. And I talked to the other people in the house, and they were expecting me to give her my vote anyway. So that's where I'm at now. It may change. I'm going to talk to Josh. I think it's 6 votes, so it could come to a tie, but I don't see that happening. Everyone seems to be on board with Cherie going home.
Then that means that not a single person. That would mean that I have very few people on my side.
Telling you the truth.
Exactly. And
if you take a shot at a duo and for both of them to stay,
exactly,
then they're sending you a message like, no, we're not playing your game or whatever. You know.
Exactly.
That's why he would think that, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen, because I don't want to be the victim of that.
I don't want you to be the victim of that either, but obviously, if that did happen, then you have every reason to hate me for the rest of my life.
I don't hate anybody for the game and stuff.
But I do know that, Cherie's going to be out this time. She's a great competitor, like super, super good. She's a big target, so. And then I think I would like to see Dustin go, just because I feel like he's coming for me because I voted to keep Ben in. But I told him to his face that I was going to be voting to keep Ben in. So I didn't lie or anything like that. He knew it was coming. But yeah, so I feel like those, and then I guess between Carlo, Josh, and Nathan, those would be my next ones. I don't know between those. I gotta figure out which one I can actually trust.
I feel like I don't know where Dustin's head's at because he's sitting in such a great position. I don't know what kind of deals he's made to keep himself there because all people were talking about him nonstop, and now all of a sudden no one's saying anything. The only thing I can do is lay low and keep complaining about my headache and how sad I am, and hope people take pity on me and see that I'm not a threat, although I am.
Well, everyone's telling me that Cherie's gonna go, which is what I think should happen because her and Carlo are a really strong duo.
Okay. Why would Ben put you up though?
I think because he is because he already put me up once, and so instead of him getting new blood on his hand, it was just easy to put me back up on the block.
Who is your next target if you were to stay?
Ben and Nathan. Hopefully in a double eviction.
Okay. Who do you see yourself in the strongest alliance with? Who's your strongest alliance?
Myself. I really have no allegiance to anybody in this game, honestly. Well, if this is my final diary, then I just want to say that the wrong person's going to win this game.
Alright. Thank you, Josh.
All of the people that have been on the bottom in this game, I just had a come to Jesus conversation with each of them, and we decided this is our time to play this game, and this is our time to win this game, and it is not acceptable for us to just sit around and get picked off by a group of friends who want to come in here and just do business as usual. What happens in this game is veterans come in and they play, and they all group together and they gang up on the new players, and then they always wonder why the same people end up at the end and there's different results. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I want to put a stop to that. I have a second chance. I should have been doing this earlier. I was doing other people's dirty work, and now I'm just ready to do my own. And I may get voted out sooner than later, but in poker you either play to stay or you play to win, and I want to play this game to win. And if I go out doing my damnedest, then I go out doing my damnedest. But I will know that I left nothing on the table in this house.
After an emotional veto ceremony, tears are falling, friendships are being tested, and power is shifting. We are about to find out where some people's true loyalties actually lie. This isn't a game for the weak, because this is Big Brother! Hello, houseguests. Ben!
Hey, Adam.
It's been quite a few weeks for you.
It has.
So you were evicted, came right back, one head of household. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. Obviously, it was really exhilarating. I'm really proud of myself for winning that challenge. I don't normally win challenges like that, and yeah, I'm happy to be back. And
Carlo, a veto winner, using it on yourself. Thank you. Learning from your past mistakes. How does it feel?
it feels bittersweet.
Carrot.
I mean, everyone knows that my boo's on the block, and I couldn't do anything about it. I wasn't able to finish my speech, but I'm so proud of her, and I love seeing new blood come into this game and just do great, which these girls are doing as well. I was glad that I could at least do something in this game and make a little bit of an impression. You know, I may be an old dog, but I have a little teeny bit of fight.
Thank you, Carlo. House guests, it is now time for the eviction ceremony. Josh, Cherie, you've been nominated for eviction. At this time, we will give you each a chance to explain to the house guests why you believe you should stay inside the Big Brother Victory House. Josh, you're up first.
Love these. Okay. I won't say anything bad about Cherie because I think she has rocked this game from the very beginning, and I see nothing but good things to say about you. So, if you stay, I hope you continue to rock it out, honestly. I was thinking about my own experience with Big Brother Victory House as a veteran. I've never survived this block if I've been on it at the eviction. So I would be honored if I could survive it this time with all of you. I've had such a great time this weekend, and I'm very proud of all the new people that we have. I was a little intimidated when we walked up and it was 10 newbies and 6 veterans, and I thought that was going to be how the game was going to unfold, and I'm glad that we were able to all integrate and make it into a new game for all of us. So thank you for that, and I hope that you let me continue.
Thank you, Josh. Cherie?
I'm super excited to have been here this weekend to even have this opportunity. I'm glad that Carlo even continued to talk to me and try to talk me into it, because at first I was on the fence a couple of times, and then he just kept talking about it and kept talking about it, and I kind of just gave in. He wore me down. But definitely, it's been an awesome weekend. Definitely way more stressful than I thought it would be. I've enjoyed meeting all of you guys. You know, a lot of you in this room, I've had your back numerous times, and I've tried my best to be as upfront and not make a whole bunch of promises that I couldn't keep with any of you guys. And so, I mean, you know, whatever it is that you decide, you know, I'll have to live with it. I can't say anything bad about Josh. Josh has been cool. He's just a chill guy and everything. There's a lot of good people in this room and a lot of people who have played a good game. So, thank you guys.
Thank you, Cherie. All right, house guests, it's time.
Wait a minute, but I do want to use my special power.
All right, Cherie has won special power. Cherie has won X-ray.
I have.
And you want to explain it, Cherie?
Can you?
I'll explain it.
Explain it.
I vote to evict Josh.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. I vote to evict Cherie.
Great, thank you.
You're a really strong competitor, so I'm sorry, but I had a vote to evict Cherie. Thank you.
Thank you.
I vote to evict Cherie.
Great, thank you.
I vote to evict Cherie. Majority rules again. Sorry.
Thanks, Matt.
The votes are in. The evicted house guests will have a moment to pack their belongings and say their goodbyes. By a vote of 5-1, Josh, you are safe. I'm sorry, Cherie, you have been evicted from the Big Brother Victory House. For all of this, why? Coming to play with us,
Hey, you're still in this. You're in the jury. True. No, you're still in there. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What went wrong for you in this game?
Oh, I started being viewed as a threat, I think, for the most part.
Who in there should people be worried about the most?
Definitely Nathan. Watch out for Nathan.
You guys were close. You guys were partners.
Yeah,
right?
we were partners.
What happened?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Come to find out, he was doing and saying a lot of things and promising a lot of things to a lot of people. A lot of the same things to people, so.
All right, well, Cherie, I wanted to let you know that this might not be the last time we'll be seeing you.
Okay.
Because tomorrow morning there will be a competition for evicted house guests to get back into this game.
Okay.
Is that something you're interested in?
Yes.